origami? Definitely.
Wait, here. It took me about 1.5 weeks.
Wow. Now, how many faces is that origami?
How many what?
Like how many, like every solid is described by its faces. So how many faces does it have?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. But all I know is that it's just a bunch of tiles under this background.
That's really beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Thanks.
Very glad. Jesse, be careful that you may want to use a tissue, buddy. Okay, that's exciting, Rafa. That's a really great piece of mathematics. Now, let's get started with our lesson. And what we're going to do is, no, that's not what I wanted to share with you yet. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to look at, yep, that's what I wanted to share with you. All right. We are going to sing a brand new song today. Are you guys ready? And that
Sort of.
song is a song that I invented to this is a new code valuation for algebra. So last week, remember, we used the code for what I call the ascending value method. A was 1, B was 2, C was 3, and Z was 26. Can anybody tell me what I've done here now? What have I done with this new method? Adalia?
You switched it. Like
Can you be more descriptive, please?
you made one have the value of, A have the value of what used to be Z, and B have the value of what used to be Y, and so on.
That is very, very true. Anybody else? Let's see. Jesse, what do you see?
I think that you reversed the numbers from A to Z. Now it's like
That is
one, but
very
it's starting from A, ascending with like kind of.
well. Let me ask you guys a question. How many of you think that you can sing the ZYX song? We all know the ABC song. Let's do the ZYX song. Would you be too embarrassed to sing with me? All right, let's try it. Let's do it together. Okay, you ready?
Please,
Here we go. ZYXWVUTSRQONMLKJIHGFB and A. Now you know your ZYXs. Next time won't be so complexes. Now, one of my students in my last class made up a better rhyme for the ending of that song. This time you're going to sing it, and then I'll add her ending. And it was Kelsey. Okay? So let's do it, guys. Everybody on 3. And wait a minute. Hold on. Claire, stop writing for a second and unmute yourself. Jesse, unmute yourself. On 3, guys. 1, 2, 3, go. ZYX, go. Guys, no, hold on. Time out. I only hear one person. Rafa, raise your hand, raise your thumb if you're going to sing with me. Jesse, Adalia, Claire, unmute yourself, Claire. Hannah, Luke.
Hey, there's a thing with the computer. If I press the edge, I try to unmute, but I press the edge and it just goes blank and I have to relog in.
All I need to know is if you're going to share. Okay, Claire, you ready? Here we go. Okay, stop writing for a second. Everybody on three. 1, 2, 3, go. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, L, K, J, I, H, G, F, E, D, and C, B, and A. Now you know your Z, Y, X's. Maybe next time you won't make such a mess of it. No, that didn't work. But maybe we could use Texas. Maybe the next time we'll sing it in Texas. In any event, guys, it's my new code. So I found out, I did an analysis, and there are 900 words that are dollar words using the ascending method, and there are 1,300 words using the descending method that add up to 100. 1,300 English words. Jesse, question?
Is it exactly 900 and 1,300, or is it like estimation?
I think that it's pretty close to those numbers. Maybe they're estimated, but I was really struck by the fact that there are way more English words that make $1 from the descending method than the ascending method. Now, I want everybody to go to page 2 in their packet. And I gave you the values of each letter in steps. And I want you guys to let me know if it in fact is a dollar word. Rafa, question.
Can I get the packet? I
That
just
would be
printed it.
great. Go for it, buddy. Go for it. And who's going to help me add this, guys? Okay, we'll start with Luke. Go for it.
Hey, Lukey?
Oh, actually, one second. Someone else can do it for now.
Okay, go for it. Hannah, want to help me out?
There.
Come on, we're adding the ones column. Do you see any tens?
2 and 8 make 10, 4 and 6 make 10, and then 8 and 4 make 20.
And that gives us what total?
40.
10 and 20 make 40. Everybody, we carry the 4, and 4 plus 6 equals?
10.
And that is 100. Now, I want everybody right now to write down that acronym from last week. Do you remember it was called EJATI?
Oh yeah.
Everybody write down EJATI and put the numbers 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So we know that under the descending value, success was 100. Now, under the ascending value, can you tell me the value of S? And I'm going to start with you, Adalia. Go with S. Just using EJATI.
Is it 19?
A little bit louder.
19?
19 is perfect. Who's got U for me? Rafa? Think U comes right after T, just like S comes
21?
right before T. Yes, it is 21. Why don't we go with C? Someone can do C. Go for it.
3.
Jesse, thank you. Jesse gave us 3 and 3. Claire, give us E, please.
5.
And S, as we know from Adalia, was 19. Now, guys, question for you. do you see a relationship between all the descending numbers and the ascending numbers? Do you see any relationship between those two lists of numbers? Just raise your hand if you see a connection. And are you looking for a connection, Claire? Because I don't know, I see you writing, which is great, but I'd love for you to find a connection between the values of the descending method and the values of the ascending method. So you guys working it? Adalia, what do you see?
Saw that
You have to speak, you'll have to speak up a little bit, honey.
sorry, I'm probably too far away from my microphone. 8 minus 6 is 2, and 21 minus 19 is 2.
That is an excellent observation. An excellent, excellent observation. Jesse, what do you see?
Me?
Go ahead, Jesse.
For I haven't really tested this out, but 8 plus 8 plus so the number plus 3, I think, then plus 2, and then the number times 2 and then plus 3.
I'm not sure I understand that. You're gonna have to be much more clear so I can share it with the group. So why don't you write down what you're thinking about? Hannah, do you see any connections? Rafa, Claire, Luke, what do you see? I mean, look at 8 and 19, 6 and 21, 24 and 3, 22 and 5. It's a really fascinating connection. So Adalia, you have a thought to add to that?
Never mind, I forgot.
Okay, I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Claire, are you working on a connection? Is that a yes? Okay, good. So what have you come up with so far?
I'm just figuring out the difference between the descending value and the ascending value.
That's interesting. I like that. The differences. Did you come up with the differences? And was that like delta means difference? So Claire, what did you come up with for differences?
S is 11. U is 15. C is 21. E is 17. And S is 11.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, that is a great idea, Claire. And I would have definitely tried the differences, but I don't see any pattern there. So I'm wondering if anybody else sees something else. So I'm really looking for you guys to be thinking out of the box here, because Claire was focused on differences and that was a great start. And Adalia, what do you see?
8 plus 19 equals 27, and 22 plus 5 equals 27, and so does 24 and 3, and 6 and 21.
Guys, every pair of numbers has to have a sum of 27. Now, I gave you the Greek symbol for difference before. That was delta, that's a triangle. That means difference. But the Greek symbol for sum is called sigma, and it looks like kind of a big E, a kind of a funny looking E. Now, what could we do here, guys? How many letters has the word success? How many letters has the word success? Go for it. I think everybody, Luke, why don't you tell me how many letters is in the word success?
Well, there are 4 different letters.
How many letters are in the word success? Who can answer that question?
Oh, okay, sorry. 7.
7. So guys, if you added up all 7 or did 27 times 7, what do you get, guys? Come on, distributive property. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Come on, distributive properties. 7 times 20 plus 7 times 7. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
189.
189.
And if you got 189, can you tell me what the ascending value must be? Come on, guys. What does the ascending value have to be if it's 189?
89.
And the answer, I think that was Claire. And the answer is 89. It has to be. Now, don't take my word for it. Come on, everybody add it up. 9, 9, 9. 5, 3, and 1 make 9. That's 4 9s. Come on. 4 9s is 36. Plus 3 is 39. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess what? That is a success. So what if I told you that the shortest dollar word using the descending method had 4 letters? What would be the value of its ascending? So the shortest dollar word has 4 letters. Come on, you guys should pick up that pencil. And I'll share that word with you. So you have to figure out, you need to multiply the number of letters by 27 and then do something with it that we did just a few minutes ago.
Well, we do it for the
The shortest dollar word has 4 letters. And I'm going to share it with you in a minute. And the reason I'm waiting to share it is because you're going to laugh too much when I tell you the word.
Wait, let me, I think I know it.
No, don't look it up in the packet. Don't look it up in the packet. That I want you guys
I'm trying to help. I think I remembered from the last time.
we didn't use it the last time. We used the ascending method. It was a 5-letter word. Come on, did anybody figure out what the ascending must be for that 4-letter word?
No.
So, Rafa, what'd you come up with?
I didn't come up with any.
Did you try to multiply 4 times 27?
Mm-hmm.
And then did you subtract 100 from that answer?
Wait,
No.
Come on.
Wait, does it have to be
Luke.
a real word? Or is
Yeah,
it?
it is a real world. Hannah, what do you say?
8.
8 is correct. Now explain to us what you did.
I did 4 times 27, which equaled 108, and then I minus 100 and got 8.
So 80 plus 28 is 108. Simply subtract 100 from that. And of course, it is 8. Now, does anybody have any questions about how Hannah got the value of 8 for the ascending? Any idea? Does anybody have any questions about it? And can everybody, if you don't have any questions, you must be able to explain it. Okay, so I'm going to call on other people to explain it now. So Rafa, why don't you try?
You don't have to do anything. Kind of.
And I can't see you, Rafa. I can only see the top of your head. Like, no, Dahlia, I can see you now. Awesome. Rafa, can you explain to me what Hannah did? Step 1, step 2, step 3.
So she took the amount of letters in a word and she multiplied it by 27. And then she subtracted the amount that you would get from a dollar word, which is 100. And then she got
Excellent.
8.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, guys, are you ready for the word? It is a childish word for poop.
No,
For poop. So the word is
Oh
caca.
no.
Yep. So the word is caca.
I've never heard that.
It is 24, 26, 24, and 26 under descending, and under ascending, it was 3, 1, 3, and 1, which of course is 8. And
100.
6 and 4 is 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And there we are. Now, the next challenge is, I think, just as easy. Are you ready? Or just as hard? And here it goes. The longest dollar word in descending method is 10 letters. What is the ascending value of that word? All right, go ahead, guys. This one should take you about 5 seconds, maybe less. But I'm going to give you about a minute to think about it. Why don't you guys send me a chat, please, with your answer. Oh, wow. Nice job. Beautiful. Rafa, Hannah, Adalia, and Luke. Awesome. Claire, what about you? Claire, good. Jesse, what about you?
Yeah.
So Jesse, what is 10 times 27?
10 times 27, 270.
And if this is a dollar word, what do we subtract from 270?
170.
No, you subtract 100.
Oh,
And what do you get?
170.
And that is the value of that ascending word. Now, it's a very strange word. Let's look at it together. It actually means, and there's a theme here, it means a very stinky substance. Now, has anybody ever been to a volcano that was an active volcano? Sometimes when you travel, you can go to certain places where they have active volcanoes. Has anybody ever traveled to an active volcano, Jesse?
Me and my family went to a volcano. We drove up there, but it was active, so we couldn't get up all the way up there. So we only saw a little bit.
Oh,
Not
so
too much.
it was too active. So
Yes,
there, and do you know where that was, Jesse?
Hawaii.
Wow. So now, guys, there is a place in Greece in the Aegean Sea called Santorini. And Santorini Island has a volcano that is still bubbling with sulfur. Now, sulfur is a very stinky yellow substance. Maybe it's a little orange, yellow. You don't want to touch it. It comes up from the earth and it smells. And that smell is called, you ready?
Yep.
Sulfuric.
Sulfurous. Now, our conjecture is that the word sulfurous is worth 170 under the ascending value method. Because we know that I've told you it's a dollar word under descending. So using Ijadi, I'm going to just call on people to give me those values. We're going to start with Rafa, S. Rafa, S.
I know.
Well, no, Rafa's thinking about this. Look at the letter that it's closest to in our little
19.
acronym. It is 19. Very good. And Jesse, give me a U.
21.
And Hannah, L.
12.
And Claire, P.
16.
Beautiful. And Luke, 8. I'm sorry, Luke, R.
18.
Nice. Adalia, O.
15.
And everybody, H.
9.
HIJ,
8.
is 8. So I'm going to copy 21, 21. There are 3 U's. Oh my God. And S is 19. Now, everybody help me out, please.
9 and
Come on.
1.
Who's got the first 10? Everybody just give me 1 10. So let's go with Claire first.
9 and 1.
9 and 1, Jesse, go.
2, 8.
2 and 8, Hannah, go.
8, 1 and 1.
8, 1 and 1, Rafa, go. Whoops. We only have 6, 5, and 9 left.
6, 5, and 9.
What does that make, buddy?
20.
Okay, and Luke, the total is of the ones column
50.
50. And Adalia, can you help me add the 10s? In fact, everybody add the 10s. Everybody add the 10s.
170.
Well, Jesse, you don't want to call it out. That's a really important thing that you remember, right? Because you want everybody to have the opportunity. Now, the 10s column does not add up to 170. What does the 10s column add up to, guys? Everybody, Luke?
120.
No, the 10s column does not add up to 120. What does the 10s column alone add up to? Come on, Luke. 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. And
Oh,
I think other people can do that. Luke, what do you see?
170.
No, the tens column does not add up to 170. Jesse?
17.
It adds up to 17. So the idea, guys, is that your 17 has a tacked on 0, which then makes it 170. Now, are you guys ready for my favorite part of the lesson? The first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a word, and I would like for Rafa to show us again the origami that he created, because it's very much connected to this part of the lesson. Okay. Under the ascending value method, the word Buckminster Fullerene has 20 letters. Now, Rafa, can you show that origami to everybody?
Can you like
Now, guys, that origami is not a Buckminster Fullerene, but it is a partial. How many of you have ever been to Disney World? Raise your hand if you've been to Disney World in Florida.
I
Well,
wonder, but I kind of forgot one.
It's just
So,
one cube.
so there is a place, guys, in Disney World called Epcot Center. And Epcot Center has a massive building that looks like a golf ball. It's a white spherical object that was invented by a man named Buckminster Fuller. So guess what? Buckminster Fuller got this element that looks like a big golf ball made up of triangles. He got it named after him. Now, if I was an architect, if I were an architect and I came up with a brilliant idea, maybe they would call it a David Kramerine, but I haven't done that yet. So we have to deal with Buckminster Fuller. Who can tell me the value under the descending method using our 27 algorithm? So everybody get to work. This should not take very long. We're going to do other challenges that will be difficult, but this one will not be. And the reason is it's easy to multiply 20. I'm not sure I agree, Adalia. I'd like you to.
Yeah, I just realized what I did.
Okay, cool. Cool. Jesse, I'm not sure I agree with that.
Wait,
But I might. Ooh. Rafa, I'm trying to think of your answer. Yeah, Rafa, I like your answer. So I've only got one person that got this so far, but a lot of people have tried. Now Claire got it, which is great. And I want to show you one thing that I like to do, guys. When I'm multiplying a number by another number that ends in a 0, I send that 0 to the outside. And I do 27 times 2, which I don't even have to use the algorithm because I just know that 27 and 27 add up to 54. And then I bring back the 0 and I have 540. Then I need to subtract 233 And sure enough, I borrow, and what do I get? Everyone, go.
307.
And 307 is it. Now, what I hope you do during the week is say, I am going to make sure that this algorithm works, and try to do Buckminster Fullerene. Now, who thinks they know how to find the square of 27? And why would I want you to find the square of 27? Why would I possibly ask you to find the square of 27? What kind of a word might I be offering you in the next challenge? Can anybody tell me what kind of a word and what they can tell me about it? Hannah?
A word that had 27 letters.
Wow. Guys, guess what? I am going to give you now a word that was created, it was invented, the word, by William Shakespeare, is what we think. And I'm not sure that I can pronounce it, but what I will tell you, let's try it. Honor, efficabilitudinatibus. Who can, Jesse, can you pronounce it?
Honor if honor efficabilitudinitatibus.
You know what? You did better than I did. And guess what it means?
Honor like honor.
Yeah, it actually means someone who is honorable. Now, I don't know why Shakespeare had to create a 27-letter word, but I think it's kind of cool. I just wish I could pronounce it. Now, who thinks they can do 27 squared? Why don't you guys work it? So work it out and send it to me in the chat. And by the way, I'm going to show you guys my crazy method after you get it. I think you'll like it. I've got Rafa, Luke, and Hannah waiting for, let's see, Adalia and Claire and Jesse.
We froze.
Nice, nice job.
Did I get it right? I froze.
Yes, you did. Yes,
Nice.
you did. Nice job. Now, okay, Jesse, good. Claire, great. Everybody did it. The answer is 729. Now, guys, are you ready to see a crazy algorithm? You want to see a crazy algorithm for squares? It works for any 2-digit number. Hey, guys, what is 2 squared?
4.
What is 7 squared?
49.
What is 2 times 7?
14.
14.
Can you double that?
28.
Can you multiply that by 10?
280.
If you add that to 449, you get 729. Now, if under the ascending value method, it was worth 299, what is it under the descending value method? Don't say it out loud, but this is kind of a fun one.
Okay,
You can send me a chat on this. Nice, Rafa.
okay.
Nice, Adalia, Hannah. Remember, we have to borrow 1 from the 7. Jesse, you need to borrow in order to make the 2 a 12, Jesse. You've got to borrow from the 7, and therefore 430. And there it is. Now, the next one is going to be a little harder. And by the way, it also has to do with volcanoes. I guess I'm into volcanoes this week.
Oh man.
And
Yeah.
the fun part of this word is that we are all going to say it together. It is a crazy, it's like one of the longest words in the English language. Are you guys ready? Let's try it.
Yeah.
Say pneumo.
Say pneumon,
Pneumo.
no,
Wait, hold on. Notra. Microscopic. Silico. Volcano. Coniosis. So let's do it together now. Pneumo. Notra. Hold on. Pneumo, notra, microscopic, silico, volcano, coniosis. With 45 letters. Everybody get going on this right now. Everybody get going. Yes, sir.
Who invented this weird, really long word?
I bet somebody who studies volcanoes, I'm guessing.
Doesn't pneumonic ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis rather?
Oh, wow. Who just did that?
Isn't it a kind of disease that you get from inhaling the smoke from volcanoes?
That's exactly what it is. So if you go to find the sulfurous smell, you might inhale it. But I would say if it's safe if your parents say it's safe, then it's safe. So guys, I had some fun breaking down the number 45 times 27. And I found that it was 3 to the 5th power times 5, which is kind of cool. So 3 to the 5th power, we go 3, 9, help me out.
27.
27, 81,
81,
and the last one, 243. Tack on a 0 and cut it in half, and you get your answer. Did you guys get 1,215?
Oh, I got I was 10 off.
All right, great attempt. Minus 560 on 3. 1, 2, 3.
5.
Come on, guys.
Um,
Come on, 11 minus 6.
5.
11 minus 5.
6.
And there is the value of that descending method. Now, the last one, I don't think anybody will be able to pronounce this one.
Oh no.
Anybody can pronounce it. I'll be very surprised. But if someone could maybe, well, maybe there's another way to communicate it. Maybe we could sing it.
oh, I know this.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is simply quite atrocious, if you say it very fast, you'll only sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Now, do you guys know from where that word comes?
Mary
I think
Poppins?
it's, yeah, Mary Poppins.
So Mary Poppins used that word to describe happiness. Every time I think of happiness, I think of Mary Poppins, and I think of this crazy 34-letter word. Okay, why don't you guys break it down? 34 times 27. Now, all I could figure out here is 2 times 17 times 3 to the 3rd power. If we break it down to its prime numbers, I don't know if that's helpful to you guys.
Sometimes. Okay, so
It's not really the most helpful thing I've ever done. And Hannah, I want to check that because I want to see if maybe you got that right and I didn't. 655. No, I think it is 1215 there, Hannah. And Rafa, what does WPM stand for?
Words per minute for typing.
Oh, that's so funny. That's very, very funny. Wow, Luke, that's fast, dude. Let's see if he got it right. So 34 times 27. I think standard algorithm, guys, might be in order here. 23, place value, 68. And what do we have? 718 minus 379.
Wait.
And guys on 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay.
Anyone?
Wait.
Or do we disagree with
Well, wouldn't it be 9/18?
8, 8, 8, 9? It is 9. It is 9. Thank you. Thank you for saving that question.
Okay.
And therefore,
539.
and 539. Claire, you nailed it. You nailed it. Beautiful job. Now, if anyone could do an error analysis, so a few people gave me answers that were wrong, could you maybe figure out where you went wrong? Like if you look at this algorithm, where, when you were looking to get 918, where might you have gone wrong? Does anybody have an idea that they can describe?
Oh, yeah. Made a wrong mistake at the start.
Nobody wants to share the mistake they made? All right. That's too bad, because I think it's really important that, I mean, I'm not going to see you guys all summer, right? And I want you to be thinking about, not that mistakes are good. That's too simplistic. Mistakes are there for us to figure out why. I want everybody looking at me in the eyes right now. So I want to be able to see Claire's eyes, Jesse's eyes. I already see Rafa's and Hannah's. So put your pencils down for a second. Now, here's what I want you to think about. Mistakes, okay? There is no such thing as a silly mistake. I hear teachers use that all the time, and I really get upset with them. I say it's not a silly mistake. Because if you say it's a silly mistake, you don't have to do anything about it. Claire, can you put your pencil down for just a minute, sweetie? Okay, it's really important. Jesse, I also can't see you. I can only see the top of your head. So when you make a mistake, name the mistake. If you're willing to take responsibility for it, you can actually fix it. If you call it a silly mistake, guess what? You don't have to take responsibility and you can't learn from it. That's what I want you to be thinking about all summer, is when you make a mistake, it is not a careless error. No, it is not a careless error. It's not a silly mistake. It's not a stupid error. None of those words help us figure out how to get better. So I want you to think about how to name your mistake. Be proud and say, hey, Mr. Kramer, and I would say to you, hey, when I added 1, 2, and 6, I got 7 incorrectly. I knew that it was 9, but I didn't quite get there. I named my mistake. All right, it's good, loud, and proud. All right, guys, I will see you in maybe 8 to 9 weeks, not sure how many, before we start school again. If you guys want to get together, do a little math, your parents will reach out to me, we'll have some fun, and I'll see you guys in next year when you are just 1 grade older, okay? So say goodbye to your buddies, and I want to say thank you to all of you for one of my best years ever. All right, I really love you so much, and I thank you. Bye, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good summer. Bye.